Da.
Jetzt da? Musst du es riskieren, ist wurscht.
Hello at the Control exhibition. My name is Franz and I am the R&D director at Bruker Elikona. And I want to talk about optical probing. Classically, CMMs use tactile probes. And we at Bruker Elikona have invented something new. We don't do it tactile, we do it optically. And what is the history of tactile probing? Around 1960, DEA invented the first tactile 3D coordinate measurement machine. And then around 1970, it was a Dutch trigger probe. And then 30 years later, the people realized that a simple Dutch probe, a tactile probe, is not perfect, it is limited. So they invented multi-sensor coordinate measurement machines. So the solution was that the limitations are overcome by a different set of sensors. So depending on the application, they decide for a specific sensor. And I think this is not the best solution. So what are the limitations of tactile probing? First, you have a large sensor. And a large sensor means you do smoothing on the surface. And it means you cannot go into small details and you cannot measure small features. Secondly, it's slow. With a tactile coordinate measurement machine, you can measure points. And if you do scanning mode, you lose accuracy. Or you have to increase the force and then you have problems with accuracy and so on. Last but not least, tactile touching, tactile probing is not aerial. So you only get small parts of the surface. And even the company Zeiss stated that tactile probing is tedious and not aerial. So even they realize that this is not the future. So let's take a look here on one of our examples. We're measuring here a watch blade and we want to measure the diameter with optical probing. So please, let's do it. So what we do here is the system is focusing on the hole, is measuring not only a point or some points, but hundreds of points. We see it on the left screen. And then after 1 second, we get a diameter. So not only is it much faster, it's also much more points and therefore more accurate. So how does it work? So when we take a look at this image, what you can see is we measure it optically. So we have an objective and the 3D point is defined by the focus surface, which you will see here. And then the 2D, it's not a point, it's the whole aerial sensor that we use where all the points are automatically measured. And we use the half aperture to get 3D points. So what is the conclusion? The conclusion is that optical probing is faster, more accurate, aerial, easy to use, and it is the future of probing. So tactile was yesterday. Bye.